Hi guys, and welcome to the Rainbow Six Replays YouTube channel. Today we want to present the video highlights of the match between Vivo Keyed Stars and Team Liquid during the Brazil League 2024 Stage 2. Don't forget to subscribe and put a like. Enjoy.
It's not looking too pretty, so they're going to have to get creative here, but like you say, there's tons of time to do it. Well, that's unfortunate.
That's a bad start, losing Lagonis, and also surrendering that diffuser, Derry. Now a follow-up as Miracle goes for a swing onto the window. I don't know if that was an ego check or just simply a peek for intel, but at least Liquid keep those numbers even. The bigger problem is that only one shield remains, and it's on the defenders. Nesk almost picking off Stemp with that battle inside of Electrical. The follow-up still from this window. Does Vivo Keyed Stars not understand that a window is there on this part of the map?
It was just weird because they knew they couldn't play onto the E-box doorway like that because of the challenge coming in from the breach inside of jungle. So it was a bit like, we have to run. Stemp's then gone for a challenge to try and make something happen, not realizing his teammate has died there 20 seconds prior. It's crazy. And like that, Liquid have turned 2 kills on its head. And for what looked like such a good, strong position for Vivo Keyed Stars, I don't want to say they're throwing the round away, Parker, but this was theirs to lose, and they've done just that.
I mean, it's still entirely possible that Lenda is able to win this. He's got diffuser, and there will be a stack up through this breach.
You took yourself in the corner, get the plant down. That is not going to be a thing. So top floor is so important, and this is the problem. You've opened things up here. Daffodil's going to be able to slip away and has picked up an early kill. Yes, it's only the Deimos, but it's a kill given away that Liquid really should not be given away. Though, Parker, with 60 seconds to go, they're in the default plant spot here. When you're not trying to open up through the breach and plant through there, this is your spot to be in. The smokes are keeping them away. They've got to watch out for C4s. There's so much that can come at them, but Nesk is just marching on through the smoke. It doesn't matter what you send at him. He'll try and fight it back. In comes behind, though, as well. Lenda in a great spot, and the Monty has been blindsided here. Is there no flank thrower on the watch? Is no one keeping an eye on this for them? Apparently not, because Resets is the one who's got it all to do by himself. I said this in the last round, Parker. Liquid will make mistakes and you can capitalize, but they've got the diffuser down and they've got Reset upstairs. They've got to send 2 or 3 players up to challenge him, but they've got to find out where he is. No one's going to go for this one. This will be a free one, surely. Finds one for himself. No second player to go for it. Here they come. They've got to find their man. They do get rid of him.
And that's the situation you find yourself in. One of those two needs to immediately tail off of the top floor and head to that diffuser, because even if you get the kill, which they did, you saw it yourself, it's way more than 5 seconds for them to get back down to that diffuse kit. You did not need both players up there. And if you saw the silhouettes right after the smoke of Miracle had died, you would have seen.
Lagonis, this one comes on to you. Candela start coming out, 30 seconds to go, Parker.
And he can't breathe any of the toxic gas, which might not do damage, but will at least give information to Vivo Keyed Stars. As there's the first domino to fall, and it's Maya yet again, whose effectiveness in this match has not been what we expect of a player of his caliber. A retrade there as Miracle dies. And now a walk in as Vivo Keyed Stars clobber Team Liquid, and it looks like they will get their first victory on defense. Liquid losing out on the clock, They wanted map control. They had, what, 3 players pushing around upstairs. They were looking like they had all this vertical control. But then you just saw on the replay there as they've got 3 players around control hall. That's not the kind of part, the limited part of the map that you have when you've got full map control on the in. But Maya is being watched, or Maya is watching Lenda as they can see one another. Stemp is positioned for the first kill. Down goes Nesk. And it's really quite amazing, Des, that Team Liquid have been as competitive as they have when they keep surrendering the first pick. 4 rounds in a row where Liquid has been behind early.
Yeah. Pushing good through the flashes, at least might get themselves a bit of a freebie back here. I thought for a second we were going to see Lenda turn that up. The team's playing okay, but also a world where they're just throwing things away at silly times. And oh man, this is going to be one of those again, I think. As soon as that Monty drops the shield, this is going to get rough. There's a second one in the back of it, and no way does he win that one out. Lagonis should not be losing that. The second player behind him, Maya, what are you doing? Monty's staring at him face first, ready for you to challenge, and you're like, no, I'm going for them stairs, bro. They look real sweet right now. Let me get some fish in there. But no, pays the price, and like that, Liquid have...
through fish at the top, and I'm thinking to myself, this is one of the worst string of events that we've seen out of a smoke in Brazil in a long time. And for whatever reason, there you go, there it is. Whiffs, but then wins it. The re-engage here wins it as well. How are these things not being communicated to Team Liquid? Maya, like,
you have have to demand more from these teams to show what they can do, but it is mistake after mistake. I touched on the Deimos as a great example. Maya finally at least gets an not. We'll find out if it comes out in a moment, but they've got themselves in a 5v3. For a team of Liquid's caliber, this should not be losable, and sure enough, Stemp has been dealt with. Perfect. This is much more of what we expected from Liquid. At least the C4 comes over and guarantees them one miracle into a second, almost finds a third. Surely we don't find ourselves giving this one away. No, we do not. Maya making up for the...
Still requires an awful lot of either time or utility to clear her out of those positions. And it's very similar to what we saw. Oh, no. It really does allow quite a bit of freedom for Vivo Keystars, as there was almost an engagement from Maya. He still could be snuck upon as his focus is on the bomb site. This is not great for Team Liquid, as now they've lost Lagonas as well.
You know, Neskin, I'll give it to him here. He's wasted so much time and got 2 kills for himself, and they're still trying to kill him. It just isn't possible. Finally, Maya gets in and gets rid of him. But at what players can, it's them.
There's a shotgun that's going to be waiting for Maya. A DMR really does quite a bit of damage. I don't think he's expecting Lenda to be so close to the door frame, though. He has one shot, one opportunity, and he lets it slip. Almost a flawless
so far. The lowest attacking win rate in this league and one of the lowest in our 3 major regions around the world. This is the big challenge now that they need to overcome, is to show that they've gone away and workshop this. They've been working on that attacking side of things, and they can bring the heat to Team Liquid. Problem is, it's Liquid, as we've already said. They're great on... Guys currently stand as a team, like, down. I think 5 entries went to Keystars and 1 to Liquid so far. It's the one stat that Keystars do beat them on, but it's taken time to get to this point. Liquid have got to start turning it on, and sure enough, they find one. But look at this. Neskin, super subs.
Nesk. So, I mean, it's a big deal, obviously, for both of them. whether we're going to see the mentor or the apprentice, the master or the apprentice. Huge entry from Daffodil, by the way. Liquid have completely lost the plot on this round, Darrence, and it's all in a 1v3. Palu to stand against the tides of Evo Keystars as Lenda, Neskin, and Miracle inch ever closer. Palu's making it work, though.
That's a shot.
This is quite the rodeo that he's doing. Excellent shots, and with 1 minute to go, he's trying to freeze them out.
And nothing else as well. Of course, you'll hear them coming in through the ice. Footsteps, obviously, you're not going to see. It's normally from below, but it will detract them. It gives them a little bit more time to work with. The problem that means is they'll get more chance to stack up, which is what 2 of them have done, at least started inside a connector as a pairing, maybe splitting off a little bit here, which is where the risk comes through. You don't want 2 separate 1v1s to come from this. Palu's one of these guys that will hit these big shots, steps his way back here, but knows he's been hit. Oh, and gets sprayed through the soft wall. Massive gaps and not communicating with each other, not making good use of information. So 100%, I think Hugzord is stepping in and saying, boys, what is going on? Like, communication, back up, please. We're letting this one slip when it really shouldn't be happening. Look at this, look. They've got no idea what's going on here. It's messy. That's not the Liquid that we know and love. And Keystars have just played the game in front of them there. They've found the holes. They've played the round excellently. And again, for a team that we were worried about on the attack, they're trying to play out the back of them. But look at this. Daffodil's already inside here. They've got pressure coming from Breach, pressure coming on towards the default spot. Keystars are moving at pace here. And already they've got ahead potentially the vertical play as well. This is looking good. Resets at least calms things down with a trade back. But I think there, Liquid again got caught a little bit asleep at the wheel. Very fortunate to have not lost 2 or 3 players in the process.
There go those boogie drones as Liquid have lost yet another player. Maya's assessing whether he wants to engage with somebody who might be above him or not. Ness creeps up ever closer. That's Stemp to shrug off an awful lot of damage, and he looks like he's just firing blind at this point. A couple of those bullets have tagged Maya, and all these flashes will go out.
Stop! This is so messy. What on earth
There we
is going
go.
on?
He gets the pick. I was wondering.
That was the weirdest vertical challenge I think I've ever seen. But they've lost 2. They've got the cover. No! How has that happened? You had like 2 players covering. Lenda gets in and finds one, but the vertical's going against him. You've got to move. Yes, good lad, Lenda. He's away on this one. He steps away. They don't have the vertical control. Nesk, I don't think will have enough info. In fact, I say that now. They've got the red ping. Will he find his man? He's spraying down. He's on 5 HP. No, he finally gets downed. 5 HP to his name, Parker, and I really thought he was going to stick it. But Monty in round 1, I still look back at it and think, how the hell is that happening? But it's making for such good watching.
Yeah, I mean, that was a round where, what is it? With MOBAs, you can track by gold, right? And when team fights come in, you see like that little, I'm sure you watch League of Legends, so I'm sure you've seen it, where it's like chance of victory, and then it goes up, and then it goes down when somebody dies, and it spikes all over the place. Here it was like, Here was like all Liquid, all Liquid, all Liquid, then all Vivo Keedstars.
As well, like Liquid you commended for earlier on. I'd say Keedstars are in a pretty good spot at this point where they've managed to put all of Liquid back on site with about 40 seconds to play. That doesn't feel like tons of time, but and I guess the problem is with the smoke still going off, that's even less time they've got to work with. They're just going to have to go for it, and sure enough, they step in. There's a bit of a trade there, and a down comes through on either side, but Liquid are the ones who walk away with 2 kills though, Parker.
They do, and that's exactly what they need to be able to keep pushing this. Vivo Keedstars' poor attack victory rate is really what they're going to need to keep in mind, and Liquid have to abuse this. Liquid lost their first player, it's resets. Nesk is bleeding out though, so this is a very winnable fight. And Neskin walks in to take care of Maya, but the time is the bigger issue. Lagonis just needs to survive.
They don't know.
And he'll do just that. It comes down to the wire.
I think you'll look back at this and say, Liquid won it comfortably. I think anything but.
Look at this.
This pains me.
Yeah.
It's the panic. The panic. Oh, it's horrible. A buck play, right? It's more about the vertical and making use of the info that you get to literally chase him down. It is the most terrifying thing when a Deimos gets underneath you. It's no different in ranked, and you know they've got full visibility of you, and they're just pasting shots into the ceiling, trying to tag you as you walk away. It's horrible to try and escape from. But obviously in this spot, he's not collected anything. He's not even damaged anyone, and instead they've lost Stemp elsewhere. That is not ideal for Vivo Keedstars.
There's the death mark. On to Palu. Will now be tracked. There needs to be some urgency here from Vivo Keedstars, Derry. They're just literally falling into their death.
Oh dear.
What a play from Nesk right now on the stairs. Outdueled by Neskin. Diffuser retrieved, but very limited time left. Neskin picks up another, though. And there's the plant going down. Miracle will need to cover as the 3 remaining players from Liquid will circle on in. Neskin picked off. Miracle, no time.
And there we go. Call is through. Deimos death mark is in. This will now start forcing them back. And sure enough, a great kill coming in. A minute ago. What have we been doing for the last minute except a little bit of droning and clearly a little bit of work around bending? That's all they've got. Sure, Exo Stairs is now yours. Congratulations. What else are you playing with here? And the answer doesn't really seem to be a ton. Stemp on the ramp should have given them a lot more control than maybe they've already got. A kill coming through to balance things back as Lender falls. But now Vivo Keedstars have got to push in and make so many errors on the way through because all they've got is 10 seconds. As smokes continue to rain out from Palu, they've got nothing. They're walking in blind here, Parker. Stemp collects 2 for himself, and this could actually be the big turnaround they need. They're in to make it happen. The Miracle finds Lagonis. They have really commandeered the end of that round.
What allowed Vivo Keedstars to get that final pick. But if he does not get that case down within that exact second, Team Liquid
look at
seal
this.
it out. Yeah,
it's when they step in here,
Neskin, by the way.
This is where it starts going down. He sees him getting down there. Look. Oh. The side, either way, it's looking a bit, I don't know, very reliant on this one-sided push when they don't have tons of control. They've got really no visibility of Aqua. They've got to win this blind 1v1 here, and they're going to lose it out first. Resets finds 1, and he's got a shield. Okay, then fair enough. Neskin found it from the opposite door. Good. I was going to say he's got a shield to fall back behind. Neskin into a second. How does he keep doing this? These 2 kills in the mid-round are magic. Lender finding 1 more, and just like that, when it looked like Liquid should yet again be in a winning position, we're down to a 2v2. The problem is, one of those last 2 players is a clash, and we know how difficult this can be to win in this spot. Plant is now going down, going to try and hold the cover. Last player in E-Box, plus the clash to push on through. I tell you what, where is Palu? It feels like he's not even part of this final execute. A drop of the shield, a gun comes out, gets the down. Lender, now is the time to clutch. Put him in a blender and get it over the line.
I was going to ask the exact same question. Lagonis had the attention of Neskin. Where was Palu to seal the deal? Lenda fired up back on catwalk, but he's dropped, and Palu will have his moment.
Does he know? Now
he does now. Oh. And the case is his too. It was a close one, my God. But Liquid stick the landing.
When they played against E1, the little mistakes were truly is what costed them that. Thankfully, they were able to rally and get the win here. But I mean, still, hats off to Keedstars. You know, they got 2 attacks. That's already more than what they had previously. So, I mean, it just goes to show, you know, Neskin specifically here having a huge game where we were, you know, hyping up Stimp throughout his performance. But again, I mean, Neskin having a phenomenal game. But when you look at that board across Liquid, everyone doing really well outside of Lagonis. But we already touched up on Lagonis. Even if he isn't performing, he is still, at the cost of his own performance, is setting the team up for success.
And I think Nesk said it quite well himself, right? Even if one of these players is not performing at their absolute best, you've got these young guys and you've got so much depth on this team continuing to perform. You see Neskin and Daffodil Lenda putting up some pretty good numbers there. Stemp and Miracle a little further behind for Keydstars. And then you look at Liquid and you do see a little bit more even across the board. Of course, Lagona's not having the game of all games, but you have teammates there to back it up. You don't need somebody to be the hero, to lead the charge and to do all the